All right, apparently the number 3 wide receiver spot is the one that's up for grab for the Detroit Lions. And really, ultimately, what that is really the number 1 or number 2 spot on the outside. So a lot of people feel like they should go out there and trade for T. Higgins or trade for Brandon Ayuk or something like that, man. And I think, like I said before, if you're going to make a move, probably T. Higgins. You know, I know he's trying to sign his tender, so I don't think he can negotiate a contract after a while. But just do a rental year and see where it go from there. I mean, Ayuk won a deal. I'm not sure he fit what the Lions need per se, but he's a really good receiver. I think from the standpoint of T. Higgins, you want like a physical guy on the outside. But to be honest, you know, Michael Thomas wouldn't be a bad guy bringing in. This is why I said bring in DeAndre Hopkins last year. Nobody wanted to listen. You had the money. It made a lot of sense to bring in DeAndre Hopkins because you probably would have went to the Super Bowl. You got Hopkins. I knew he still can play. But nonetheless, could have brought back DJ Shark. You know, but I guess he wore his welcome on the locker room. I don't know what it was. But yeah, now, you know, for the most part, you know, you depending on Donovan Peoples-Jones and Antoine Green to duke it out, and then Jameson Williams, who's had a lot of injuries and a lot of, you know, distractions off the field. And once you look at the receivers that they depended on, you kind of and know their backstory. I don't know what this is. And you know they backstory. Like with Donovan Peoples-Jones, I mean, special talent, return ability, just never been able to stay healthy. Okay. Then you turn around, you say, you know, Antoine Green, you know, they say they like his growth behind the scenes, explosive receiver, liked him in North Carolina, unproven. Khalif Raymond is a good third or fourth option. You know, I mean, he stepped in and placed the number 2 receivers for, you know, the first year Brad and them got here. But once you start looking at it, I mean, you start thinking about it, you rather, you know, probably make a move right now. And this is bringing Michael Thomas in. If it's trading for Brandon Ayuk, trading for T. Higgins, or going to find another receiver on that outside, I think you like what you got. But historically, it tells you can't depend on J-Mo. Historically, it tells you can't depend on Donovan Peoples-Jones. One thing you could depend on was Josh Reynolds. Say what you want to say about Josh Reynolds. He was steady. He was consistent. You know what you're going to get year in and year out with Josh Reynolds. Can play big on the outside, can play big in the slot. So that's just the issue that Lions fans is having, is that, you know, the durability issues with J-Mo, the durability issues in Donovan Peoples-Jones, and then also the unknown in Antoine Green. So I would understand it. I mean, Michael Thomas will still bring durability injuries, but or issues. You know, T. Higgins, yeah, it's gonna cost you a ticket. But if you really feel like you're a Super Bowl caliber team, why not go ahead and push it? Philadelphia do it all the time. We can figure out the numbers later. You know what I'm saying? I think we can figure out the numbers later. You know, Brandon Ayuk, guess what? You know, he won a lot of money. That'll be a little bit different. As long as his negotiation window is open. So, you know, if I'm the Lions, maybe I give a call to Cincinnati. But they seeing things that we don't get to see behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So, and they have, you know, when you look at their receivers, they have other ways to get the football. And they have other intricate ways and creative ways to get the football. Montgomery catch the ball at the backfield. They look for Jahmyr Gibbs to take a jump. Out the backfield, you get St. Zelstra back. Really good receiving tight end. You get, obviously, Laporta. You got Brock Wright, who 100% healthy. Really good at tight end. Didn't have Khalif Raymond last year for the Super Bowl run. So they got different ways to get in the football. You know what I'm saying? That's the interesting thing about it. I mean, with some talk about maybe they should move for Robert Woods. Wouldn't be mad at that move either, but they got different ways to get in the football. I mean, you can put Laporta at receiver, line him up at slot. Zelstra is another guy that we missed last year that we didn't talk about enough. Brock's ability to block and his ability to run after the catch. So they got a lot of receiving options. It just don't come down to the receivers. But one of the places they did struggle receiving wise is outside the hashes. And what Donovan Peoples-Jones, Antoine Green, and J-Mo can bring outside the hashes. And Peoples-Jones is a big physical receiver. I don't think people understand how strong and big he is on the outside. Pause. So once you kind of think about it from that aspect point of view, they got a lot of options receiving wise, you know. But if I was them, and I really wanted to press the gas, and you don't know, you never know, but you really want to press the gas on it, I would go trade for T. Higgins. You know what I'm saying? You know, see where he at next year, and if we can come to an agreement, so be it. If it's a 1-year rental, chuck the deuces to him. But you know, Michael Thomas, not knowing physically where he is, bringing him in, but guess what? A consummate pro, great route runner, great veteran receiver. One thing about him, he gonna find a soft spot in the zone. He gonna be very available. He kind of puts you in the mindset of DeAndre Hopkins. He can't probably run by people like Hopkins kind of still can, but he's always available. But they got so many just different options. With Zestra coming back, with Brock Wright coming back, with Khalif coming back, with Gibbs and Montgomery out the backfield. What they gonna do with the kid from Utah out the backfield? He thought he was playing defense. They like what he can do from the, receiving the ball at the backfield, handing it off. So they got a lot of options, but we still have issues with them, dominating outside the hashes. That's why the Mike Evans thing was so popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Mike Evans. That's why T. Higgins is so popular, because that's what they're missing, a big physical receiver on the outside that can go up there and get those 50-50 balls. And Donovan Peoples-Jones could be that guy, just durability. But they said they like the development of Antoine Green. I think it got more to do about the development of Antoine Green than Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think that's what they got to say. I think, and J-Mo, it said a lot more about Antoine Green's development, because history tells us one of these jokers gonna go down. So that lets you know they got a lot of belief in Donovan, got a lot of belief in what Antoine Green gonna do. And what he could do with the ball in his hand is explosive, and you can't teach that. So cleaning up his route running, in and out of breaks, you know what I'm saying? And all the three guys we talking about, the two guys we talking about filling in that other receiver spot next to J-Mo and St. Brown, the two guys we speaking on, they both can run. They both can run. So that ain't nothing we got to worry about. They both can run. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support, man. Just hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. One time for the one time. Motor City Sports Talk. Peace.